Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. In today's video, I'm here at my collection center for my border and all of its farms, and I have been AFKing for a while. I've got a whole bunch of cactus, way more bamboo, ton of sugarcane, and way too much iron. So I need to convert all of this iron and bamboo into bamboo blocks and iron blocks so that I can compress them down into less shulker boxes. So I'm going to convert all those real quick and be right back. The process of converting all of this iron is really tedious. I really wish they'd add in something that made this easier, like an autocrafter or something, but I can also understand why they don't, because it'd be kind of overpowered. But I really don't like converting all this iron because it just takes forever. Like, I'm not even done with one shulker box of blocks yet, and I still got 3 more to go. I got the rest of it converted, and I ended up with 5 shulker boxes of iron blocks, which doesn't seem like very much, but that was like 40 some shulker boxes of iron ingots, and it just all comes down to these, which is enough for 1 more quarter of the giant thing over there, and enough to have like extra working iron, so that's good. And now I'm gonna go use it all building another quadrant. I'm a little over halfway done with the second platform, and it is looking great. And one thing I did not realize is that this kind of makes a black hole underneath each of the quadrants. So I might have to do some lighting up down here at some point. Like, at some point the entire ocean down here will be lit up, but right now I don't think it's going to cause any problems, so we'll probably just leave it. I changed sneaking to a toggle instead of a hold for building like this, so I don't have to hold with my pinky the whole time. And I almost just drowned because of it, but we're good. So yeah, I'm just about halfway done. It's looking good so far. I decided to go across diagonally instead of doing the one right next to it because I thought it would look nicer to have these 2 done rather than 2 right next to each other done. And maybe if I get enough of another block, I might do the bottoms of those 2 with a different block. But I need 4 shulker boxes for each one of the sections, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen because that is a lot of blocks to get without having a farm to get it for me, like the iron farm, which produces a ton of blocks all the time. So we'll see, but right now I'm still planning on doing them as iron blocks, and if that changes I will let you know because I'll build with it. Here we go. I finished the whole quadrant, and now 2 of them are done. So yes, that is looking very nice. Just plain iron block platform, but it will hold greatness. And I cannot wait to work on these top parts, but right now I do not have the resources and things to do that. So the thing that I want to do now is actually a little different. Let me collect all these shulker boxes real quick. I want to work on clearing all the water in this border, and I have a plan for it now, actually. It's not just like me trying to do it with sponges. I'm going to do it with flying machines, which should work very well, clearing out layer by layer. And the way that the flying machines work is it's actually just a normal flying machine extended out as far as you can go with some glass blocks or really any type of blocks on the bottom that aren't sticky so that it will clear out the whole area all the way down, and I shouldn't have to worry about the water refilling in. The main thing that I have to worry about though while this is working is I need to make sure there's no blocks on the layer where the flying machine is going. So like these blocks right here need to go. I'm going to go grab some building blocks for the flying machines and I'll start building them. The basic premise with these flying machines are they just move along and hit the water out of the way so that the water is no longer there, and it does it in a straight line so that the water cannot respawn itself. And it's important that the water can't respawn itself like that because if it does respawn it, then basically doing this is useless. And I don't want this to be useless, so we're gonna build up these flying machines, and I'm just gonna do 2 at a time probably to make sure this works properly. I don't want to do too many and then have them all break. So it's also important that I launch these in the correct order because this one has to go before that one or they'll just connect and break. And this one's not going to hit anything until it gets pretty far that way, but that's okay because I just want it to clear out all the water in the line. And I also have to make sure to clear all the blocks that it may hit along this edge, and this should be the only one that I have to do that for because other ones will be in the center and I shouldn't have to worry about them really hitting blocks. All the floating blocks are for the most part above the water, so I just have to clear out the ones on the top layer and then I'll slowly clear my way down. And now it is time for the first test run to see how this goes. and hopefully it goes well. This is actually just going to fall out from underneath me, so I'll stand right over here. And here we go. Hopefully it works. And I'll send the other one too. Here you go. They're coming in contact with their first bit of water, and oh yeah, it looks like they're clearing great. And theoretically, I could clear 2 layers of water at once, and I might do that. We'll just see how I'm feeling, because if I want to clear 2 at once, I gotta clear out 2 layers of blocks, and it could be a little bit more work. But in the long run, it might actually be less work, or less time. Probably the same amount of work. Oh yeah, but that's working very nicely. Much faster than sponges. Don't have to worry about, like, building up all the walls and everything. I can just build these flying machines and they'll go along and clear all the water. I've been clearing this water out slowly, and it is going faster than the sponges, but not much faster because I do have to end up clearing out all these extra blocks each layer. But it's definitely working. I've already cleared a whole bunch of area over here, and now I'm just working on the next run. And I think I kind of decided that if I clear out like layer by layer across the whole river biome, I should be able to run my TNT dupers up here and blow up all the area for the next layer. So that's what I'm going to try to do, but now I have to actually catch up with the rest of the river biome, so I'm going to do that really quick. And I kind of have to avoid this whole area because there's a farm right there, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I might just not run those bombers, or maybe I'll rebuild them lower than that farm. That's why I built the farm way up there like I did, but we'll see. I just gotta keep clearing this area out for now. I'm testing out the bombing strategy, and it seems to be working, I think. I mean, it's blowing up the stuff, which is all I can really ask for. So hopefully it continues to do it and not blow up quite too much. I think I sent the right amount. 6 of them should be good and clear that beacon. Oh, dang it, it's blowing up that wall. That is one of the things I didn't want to blow up, but well, there's not much I can do about it now. It's gonna blow up event. And I guess I'll just have to rebuild it. I don't know what I'm gonna build it out of this next time. Maybe not sand and gravel because they blow up a lot. All is looking well. This is going much quicker than me digging out all those blocks by hand. I've been working on clearing this water for a while now, and it doesn't look like I've made much progress, but there is actually quite a bit of progress here. I've almost completely drained this part over here, minus a couple little water spots right there, and then this main part of the river right here is going to take a lot more, and this area over here has 1 or 2 layers left for the most part, so that's almost done. And then I'll probably just finish up the small parts at the bottom with sponges instead of doing full runs again. But for now, I am going to stop clearing the water for a little bit, and I want to work on something else. I want to make a giant sorting system in my base up here, and this sorting system, I was originally planning on doing all 4 of the different pathways lined with sorters, but then I did the math on that, and it's like a lot of sorters. It's somewhere along the lines of 600, and I don't need 600 sorters, and that'd probably break my computer. So instead of doing 600 sorters, I am going to just do 2 of the paths. I think I'm going to do this one right here and this one right here, and then the other 2 will probably be lined with villagers so that I can do all the trading I ever want. But for now, I'm just worrying about the sorters, and I'm probably just going to do this one arm for now because that's 150-ish sorters, and that's plenty for now. That's almost as many as I had in my old base, so this will be quite the sorting system for how far I am into the game right now. This right here is going to be what one sorter module looks like, and then obviously it'll be lined on the side with a wall here so that you can't see into the sorting things here, and it will look real nice. And there'll probably just be a wall right around this whole circle so that it'll look awesome in the center part, and the sorters will just be this front part. So this is how you'll see it. The chest here will be the items being sorted. The barrel here is for shulker boxes of sorted items, because obviously this might not be enough storage for something like stone, cobblestone, prismarine, stuff like that I use a lot. And then this is the actual block that's being sorted here, and then this is just the top path so that the water flows properly. And the reason that I have it set up like this is so that the chest here at the bottom is like the item, and it's obvious that that's where it's going to be sorted, and it works really nice with the design of the item sorter. The barrel is up here, so it's still right in your line of sight, and then as you're walking down a path here, you'll be able to see all the different blocks that you're sorting, and you can find which one you want easily. So I did all that just for ease of use, and back here is just the basic item sorter, and if you want to learn more about these item sorters, I'll link my video on item sorters in the description so that you can learn how to make them and how they work. Now I've just got to build like 150 more of these, and I'll be right back. I was working on my sorting system up on my mega base, and the last thing that I need is quartz for some comparators, and I was thinking I might not have enough. And then I remembered I have a farm that gives me quartz, and it's the bartering farm. I just have to go back over to the nether and grab it. And my inventory is kind of a mess right now, so let's just dump as much as I can in my ender chest so that I can collect it once I get back up to the top. So I'm just going to go grab that quartz, and then the sorting system will be done. I knew this farm would be useful for more than just blackstone, and I'm very happy that it actually produces quartz too. Now the question is, which one of these has quartz? Here we go. That should be way more than what I need, so we'll call it good with that. Wonder if there's anything else up here that I could use. I don't think so. Here we are, one full side complete. And the other side I was going to do, and I figured out that this is not going to be enough wood for it, so I'm actually not going to do it right now. You'd think this would be enough, but it's nowhere close. This takes so much more wood than you'd think, with the chests and the barrels and the hoppers behind it. But I'm really liking the look of this. It's got the water towers right here that bring the blocks up and then bring them through the sorting system all the way down. And I have one over here that's just for design right now. I'm not actually going to fill this one, I don't think, because eventually the water will just loop around to this side and come back here. But for now, it's just there to look cool. And this is the barrel where you put your stuff in to get it sorted into the system. Right now, I just have these 5 blocks in here, so nothing huge. But it does work. I've checked that, and it is impressive looking. And once all the blocks get in there, I think that this will look awesome. Now that this whole sorting system is done, I want to go back to clearing out all the water back in the border. So we'll work on that for a little bit longer. And I'll show you guys what it looks like once I have a little bit more of it cleared. I ran the water clearers a few more times, and now I'm back on the TNT dupers, clearing out the blocks once again, and it's getting closer. The water's going away. And I think that this whole side right along the edge is probably good, but this other this other half has a lot of blocks and water still in it, so I'm gonna have to clear that one out probably a couple times, and then it'll be, this whole section will be good. This is quite the tedious process of clearing water. I did not think it'd be like this, especially using the flying machines. I just quickly set up this nether portal that connects to the nether roof, and I'm going to use that to dry my wet sponges so that I can clear out this rest of this area with sponges, because there's not enough left to keep doing flying machines, and I think it'll be faster to finish it off with sponges. So I'm going to do that really quick, and hopefully it actually works this time. After working with the sponges for a little bit, I decided that this is about as far as I can go with them. These 2 big pools right here that are kind of connected right there, they're just going to have to go away with water sweepers later on, and this ravine right here is just going to have to also be done with water sweepers later on once I'm actually clearing out these mega chunks again, because I can't even get to the bottom of that right now. It's so deep. But I cleared out a lot of the water right here. This whole area right here was filled with water, and I think I did a pretty good job of clearing that. So let me know if you guys have any ideas of how to clear this water faster down in the comments. But for now, I'm going to leave it where it is because I think I made quite a bit of progress. It might not look like that much, but you have to take into the scale of this thing. Like, that's a concrete converter, or that's a cactus farm, and I just cleared out this much water. Like, that's a lot. But now that I'm done clearing out some of that water, I'm going to go and do one last thing in this episode, and that is change the map to the newer version, because right now it's just looking a little old. It doesn't show much of what I actually have on the industrial area. I don't think this area has actually changed much, but I also want to add in the massive thing that I'm doing up in this corner, because, I mean, it's a big project up there, and I want to see it on the map. So I'm going to update this really quick, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's updated. That looks better and way more up to date. It shows all my farms with the water lines going to the center, which I think looks awesome. It shows all this water that I cleared out, and on the map you can actually see where it kind of used to go is like right here. So I cleared out quite a bit in this area. I cleared out probably around half of the water you can see from the map, but in all actuality I cleaned out at least 2/3, probably more like 4/5 of the water in this area. So that actually works pretty great. And then you can see my new build coming along up here. And yeah, that looks much better on the map than if they were side by side. And you can see all my sorters in there. They look so small on here, but they're not. But with that, this is going to be the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.